Here's Johnny.
Welcome to my nightmare.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Let me play with this, Daddy.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Fear Freaks. My name's Braden.
I'm Destiny.
We are the Fear Freaks. I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting on my couch like 10 minutes ago, and I was like, I gotta get up and fucking do this. Like, I was like, we gotta get this show on the road. We got it. We said we were gonna do it. It's scheduled. It's on the time, right? We're doing it. I was watching TikTok, and I was like, sometimes when you get into TikTok, you just don't even want to get up. You just kind of want to stay there and keep scrolling and everything. I've been watching I don't know if anyone's been paying as much attention to the Depp Heard trial as
I knew you were going to say that.
But I mean, it's one of the hot things that's on TikTok right now. I did find out today, and I was just talking to Chad and James about this. Found out that Amber Heard cheated on Johnny Depp over 30 times, allegedly, in their relationship with James Franco, Elon Musk, all that shit. Like, it's just like, whoa. I was like, what is going on right now? Like, I don't know who was testifying against her, but apparently he couldn't even keep count as to how many times like she saw shit going on with other. I was like, that's insane. So I was like making the joke with Chad and James. I was like, well, I found out that she had sex with every dude in Hollywood today. So, there's that. Yeah, it's been crazy. I'm honestly ready for it to be off of my TikTok. I'm not going to lie, but some of the videos on it has just been so entertaining. I mean, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, I don't know what's on your For You page, but that's all over my For You page.
Right? I don't really get on TikTok that much.
Oh, no. I feel like you used to a lot, though.
I used to because I was making them. And then I just don't know what to make, so I stopped.
Oh, gotcha.
Right now I'm posting.
Yeah, right now I'm posting a lot of gaming clips. I just made a gaming TikTok. It's called Lay's Ghoul. So, go subscribe to that. I literally just uploaded a clip last night of me just annihilating these guys just sitting in one area in Call of Duty Vanguard. And then I uploaded a first victory stream the other night. If you guys don't know already, been doing some Twitch streams these last few nights. Got a whopping 33 views last night on a stream. So, it's a pretty good start, right? Like, I mean, I've only been doing this since for 4 nights. And last night was the big one. It was like first day was 15, second was 20. Then there was 23, and now last night 33 views. I was like, whoa.
Like in total or at once?
No, like last night. Well, this is I got off. I had 5 people watching me constantly on the stream. Normally what I do is on my community section on my channel, I just put where my late nighters at. Cause literally I don't start streaming on it until 11 PM. I mean, it's got to be when Abby's getting ready to go to bed, she goes to bed and I'm up until 2 a.m. So I'm like, all right, time to stream. So I get on and I literally, I mean, I'll just stream. I'll start with Call of Duty, or my buddies and I normally play together. And yeah, last night, I mean, I woke up this morning to apparently 33 people watched my stream throughout. When I went to bed to when I woke up, I was like, well, last night I was really bad. So whoever's watching, they're like, yeah, I'm not watching this guy. I'm not watching this guy. I mean, to be fair, I did put a disclaimer in the description of it. It says I might be the worst gamer on the internet, just here for fun. So,
just here for fun. Do not
I
bully
did
me.
put a disclaimer. And then on my
yeah.
TikTok, I upload all my, good gaming clips. I put the highlights of everything. So, because that's how it works.
Yeah. I want to start getting back into TikTok because whenever I made them, and it's because I was using horror sounds, and then there was one that I did for House of Thousand Corpses. I had to memorize the whole thing that she did. And I was watching it with my projector, and I was like, if you're not with this guy, you're not a horror fan. But it's just this whole thing. That one did really well, and I was pretty happy. But it's just you have to find the sounds that are popular, because that's how you get more views, is the sounds.
I can imagine. I mean, it's really that and the hashtags. If you hashtag it too, I mean, I figure that's been pretty effective for my TikTok at least. I mean, I've only used one sound for one of the TikToks I did, and it was what the hell is Skrillex's song? Boomerang or whatever. I was using that song like for one of the clips I was doing, and I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like with the highlight stuff, I'm gonna try but I feel like that like gaming stuff, it's I guess easier. It might be. I don't know like how in depth people like that post clips that just contain music, how hard it is to go through. I can imagine for like a horror one, it might be a little harder to do and find all the sounds.
Yeah, because there's really not like the one that I did, pretty much like my first one that like got attention was just like, put your finger down if you've seen this. You know, it was just like one of those, and that one did well just because it's a popular sound. But there's really not that many sort of like tags like that, you know, to where it's like show this, show this. Right. Those are like the best ones to use because they're easy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, from honestly, like you continuously popped up on my For You page when you were on TikTok.
Oh my God. So you want to hear something kind of crazy? It's not that crazy, but I was like, what the fuck? A girl at work. And I did not follow anyone from work. So it's not like they followed her and like they followed me as well or anything like that. Like I didn't follow anyone at work. And I don't know if I do still. But a girl at work, she's like, I was on TikTok the other day. And then I saw this girl pop up, and I was like, why does she look so familiar? And it was me. I popped up on her For You page. I was like, I've seen a girl that I went to school with. It was like a popular thing because she works at like Twin Peaks. And I was like, holy shit, I fucking know that girl. And she was just on my For You page. It was pretty nuts.
That is honestly hilarious. Like, that happened to my buddy Rocky too. Like a few weeks ago, he said that somebody messaged him on like Facebook. It was just a girl that we went to high school with, and he makes TikToks. So like she was like, I was scrolling through my For You page on TikTok, and you came up. Like I didn't know that you did that or whatever. And he doesn't post any of his clips online. He just kind of keeps that on TikTok. But yeah, I find it like hilarious. Like so, I saw you. I was like, oh my God, hey, I know this girl. I'm gonna go ahead and give her the follow. So you know. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm one of your followers on TikTok. So go follow Destiny on TikTok, everybody. I think I actually have ideas. That. I think I do have that in the description actually too from when you were making them. So
if you have ideas, please give me ideas for me to do stuff.
Literally.
Just to do things on there.
Yeah. I mean, Destiny, come game with us one night, and you can like we could get you some gaming clips up and running too. So I'm actually thinking about getting. Wait, what'd you say? Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got our first victory royale win there.
I figured when you said that.
I gotta fucking send you the clip of me doing it. You should see. I get so fucking excited, and I was the game-winning kill too. So I was like, let's fucking go. Yeah, I'll send that to you when we're done here. But who we got in the chat? Shaheem of the Dead. What's going on? How we doing? Good Real Hunting. How are ya? Aaron, how's it going? DJ, what's up? Whoever this douchebag is, you know.
I don't like him.
No, this is me. I just typed "What's up, everyone." Don't worry.
Yeah, it kind of threw me off at first. I was like, "Why are you talking to yourself?" But then I realized it's probably to the people that were in the chat.
It's to the people that are in the chat. I'm not like that. I feel like that would be almost like liking your own picture, like on like Facebook or something, or like Instagram. Yeah. Like, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's probably what it equates to. But all right, we should probably get into our topic tonight. We're talking about May 2002 psychological horror film directed by Lucky McKee. This was the first time watching me. I've never seen this. So I went into this movie. I did not watch a trailer for it. I had no clue what this movie was about. Like Destiny has pretty much been my horror outlet for like, she's kind of like, when we talk about some of our stuff, like I feel like the ones I bring up are already big established like horror names. And then Destiny will be like, well, we could talk about May. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is May? And she was like, no, it's actually a horror movie. I was like, oh, is it actually? So I looked it up, and sure enough, yeah, it's a horror movie, psychological. This was your first time watching this too, right?
Yeah, it was. So going into this, the only thing I knew about it were like the people that were in it, like the three main stars, I would say, because I recognize all of them already. And then I knew it was set around Halloween, and I knew that it was awkward. That's all I knew going into it. I didn't read a description, but it was on my watch list for last year for October. I never got around to it, and then I kept pushing it off, and this kind of gave me a reason to watch it. So I'm glad I did.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm glad I watched it. I have mixed emotions on it, but I mean, I'm glad that I watched it. Like, I mean, and I like, it's not a bad thing to have mixed emotions on something. It's just like, I mean, because I liked a lot of elements to it. I actually thought that the story was actually pretty well written. I thought that, you know, this is a girl with social issues because, you know, she had a lazy eye growing up, so she didn't talk to anybody, and her mom would like put an like her mom sent her to school with an eye patch like on her eye. And I mean, like, even the kid in the beginning goes like, "Are you a pirate?" You know?
Yeah.
And then she says no. I mean, it doesn't really expand as to, like, you could assume that, yeah, she was like, you know, made fun of in school, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just the nature of kids. Kids like are some of the most brutally honest fucking people
No filter.
you'll ever come across. So they're gonna say whatever's on their mind. And you can imagine that, you know, somebody like this probably got made fun of by other kids because they look different. And honestly, like so my sister Riley actually had a lazy eye growing up as well. She actually had to wear glasses because of it, and she had to wear them constantly until her eye, like, you know, eventually. I don't necessarily know how the whole thing works, but I do know that she had one eye that would, like, you know, go push more in towards her.
Yeah, I think what it is like when you're wearing your glasses, it like pulls the focus. So I think that's what it does over time is it pulls the focus back to like being centered.
Gotcha. Yeah, because Riley doesn't have one anymore. But yeah, like she did, and I mean, she always had to wear her glasses at school. To my knowledge, she never got made fun of or anything like that for it. So, you know, but yeah, I thought that the way that the story plays out, I mean, you can tell that this is somebody that really didn't have a whole lot of social interactions in school. She didn't have a whole lot of friends. I mean, fuck, the only people that she really talks to is the people that she works with. And she talks to what the fuck's the doll's name in the movie? She talks to her best
Susie?
doll friend,
I think
Susie.
it was Susie.
Susie. She talks to Susie, who is a doll that her mom gives her because, like, I think the tagline of the movie is if you can't make friends or if you can't have friends.
If you can't find a friend, make one.
Make one. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got story-wise here. It's a girl with a lazy eye and social issues because she didn't have many friends, and she grows up not really knowing how a whole lot of things work. So there's kind of like the foundation of it, and it becomes very psychological, and we kind of see how it affects her throughout the movie. So Destiny, what were your thoughts on May overall as a movie?
You know, I really enjoyed it, and that was another thing. I didn't even read the tagline. I just remember like the mom saying it from the movie, so I'm glad that's the tagline because I think that right there, that's great. That's amazing, and that's just like, oh fuck. Because once you know that, you kind of understand how the movie might play out. But I enjoyed the movie. I liked it a lot. I will say though, these are the type of movies I hate watching. These type of movies make me so uncomfortable, and like I get really bad like secondhand embarrassment through like movies and shows, and especially with like psychological stuff. Even though it's not so much embarrassment, I just get this anxiety feeling that like it won't go away, and that's how I felt pretty much this entire movie. Everything about it, I was like, oh no, just stop, because like I feel bad for May. I think she starts off, I don't think she starts off like a killer, you know. I think it's kind of like her breaking point, and that's when the movie really turns like in a dark way. But I feel bad for her because like I understand like she is like trying, you know, she's trying to like make a friend, and she really likes a guy, and it seemed like they would have actually been like a cute couple. Like I like them on screen together until things kind of go sour for them. But like I feel bad for her because it's like if she were just like taught maybe social skills, things wouldn't work out the way they do for her. But
Mm-hmm.
she's just so abrasive,
Mm-hmm.
and she is very like honest about things, and she just says like whatever. She doesn't have a filter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I feel bad for her. Like, I want her to be happy. But it was a really hard watch for me just because I was so nervous the entire time. But I did really enjoy it. I don't know how often I'll rewatch it. I probably won't watch it for a while. But now that I know how the story plays out, I think it won't be so hard for me to watch. Like, for example, Hereditary. First time I watched it, I was pretty anxious. Now I can just watch it and feel fine because I know what happens. So
Yeah.
I think with more watches, it'll definitely be easier for me to watch. And because there were some steps, I would fast forward like 10 seconds because I couldn't handle it. My body was like frozen. Hopefully, I won't have to do that next time. So I can really, you know, every single thing. Because there's some stuff I had to miss because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I mean it. And I mean, this is easily one of those movies like where you can just kind of like say like, oh, it's slow or oh, it's this. Because I mean, really, like, fuck, she doesn't kill somebody for like, I think it's like an hour in or something like that, or like around like the 55-minute mark or something like that. It's like we really do get to see, and that's one thing I do like about this movie a lot is that we do get to see that she's trying as hard as she can to live a normal life for developing, you know, social skills and, you know, friends, I guess you can call them. Just kind of people that she worked with. Like, she's trying as hard as she can. And yeah, I was really rooting for May as a character. I felt bad for her. You know, obviously somebody that goes through something like that, it's just goes through life without really having many friends. You know, I could imagine that being troubling for trying to introduce yourself to new people, right? Like, I mean, fuck, like she like stalks Adam before before she's able to even talk to him. And even like the way that she even goes about like trying to have a conversation with him. Like, she follows this man to like this coffee shop and he's like reading a book and he falls asleep, and then she's like, and that's her opportunity to, because she's obsessed with this man's hands. Like, it's the first thing she fucking noticed. I found that kind of funny, like, right? But it also was like relevant, I feel like, to, it's like, I guess she didn't know how to say that she thought he was attractive. So she immediately like went to his hands. He has great hands, right? And then like you cut to the close up of him like rubbing the car or whatever. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So like what, and when she is like walking up to him, she like puts her head in his hand, and he like wakes up and he goes like, what the hell are you doing? And like she falls and just gets up and walks away. Like nothing just happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like that didn't just happen. But yeah, like I thought that the way that they, I guess, go about presenting these social, like, and it didn't really occur to me until I was really thinking about what I had just watched. You know, like, it didn't occur to me that this might be what it's trying to actually present, that she doesn't know how to introduce herself to him or doesn't know how to explain the way that she feels about him. So she has to go to like a physical feature that she likes about him first, instead of, oh, like, you know, something you might have been able to say about him is, oh, I like your hair, something that you can like kind of pinpoint about their face or something. But she goes to the hands, you know. So I thought that was a very interesting and I guess clever way. I think that the writer was trying, and I could be completely wrong on this because I don't know, but I think that the way that they went about kind of explaining that, or at least how I saw it, I kind of found that interesting. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
And like, yeah, and plus like it's relevant towards the end. And this isn't the only one, you know, she does this too. She says it to Polly, which is Anna Faris in the movie, which I knew she was in it, so I was really happy to see her like in like a straightforward sort of like horror movie. So that was really cool to see. But she says she likes her like neck. And she's like,
oh yeah.
Okay, but Polly's into it. Polly is into it. Polly is flirting with May the whole time, pretty strongly at points. I was like, damn, girl, you are just forward. But I mean, hey, she's doing her. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she does that, and to like Polly's girlfriend or like whoever she's just hooking up with, she like likes her legs. And so like she does this, and then, you know, at the end, and tells the guy she likes his arms. So like, and it's kind of, because I would notice she would say these things, and I was just like, okay. And then at the end, I was like, oh my God, I know it's about to happen.
It's all the payoff. It's all the payoff. Like,
yeah.
Again, like, you know, you just like, it's just little subtle things. Like, and that's honestly why I do think that this movie is so effective, because it like the payoff at the end, it's just like, oh, like, so that's what all of these things. I was like, okay, well, this is very interesting. But yeah, just like the way that I mean, again, she's just a character that you feel very bad for. And I mean, she is trying to, you know, have a relationship with Adam. She's never kissed anybody. He kisses her for the first time, and then like, you know, shit kind of gets a little weird.
Yeah, because she bites him. But that was after he just showed her his like little movie that he made, and it's like the couple on a date, and then they start eating each other, and like she's kind of like turned on by that. And so when they kiss, she bites him, and he is like, what the fuck, like, who taught you how to kiss? And he's bleeding. And so like I think pretty much he just like tells her to go, and she's obviously upset. And it's like, it's like one of those things when someone, for example, when someone kind of digs a hole and then they fucking dig a whole tunnel from that little hole, they just keep burying themselves deeper. I feel like that's what she was doing. Everything, and it's like you could see where she's coming from. She's not trying to freak them out. She's not trying to like come off as like obsessed with them, but it's just like every little thing that she does just kind of makes it worse. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he's pretty lenient with her. Like, he still goes on, I think, another date with her after this, and things get weird again. But there's times where he's like there for her, and like it seems like it's kind of getting better, and then it gets worse, and then it gets really worse.
Yeah, I think that was the second date that she bit him. I think that they tried to kiss initially on his doorstep. Then he went inside, and then they went on like, or she invited him like over for dinner. That was like where like she gave him like the Mountain Dew and stuff. Like, again, kind of like I think stuff that she wouldn't really think about, right? Like, I mean, normally like you'd think that they were having wine or something like that, right? And then he like takes a sip. He goes, "Is this Mountain Dew?" Like,
I think it was like Gatorade.
Or Gatorade, or
I think
or
it was Gatorade, because I was like, interesting. Yeah. Gatorade.
So, and she said, yeah. And I mean, I get that, you know, she's trying like that. That's honestly kind of fun, right? Like, I mean, it can be like kind of like fun for like a date, like, and that can be something memorable for them as a couple had they have been able to continue with that.
And it's cute. It's cute.
Exactly. Like, you know, it's like, it's almost kind of like a play date, if you will. Like,
yeah.
You know,
and like that makes sense.
Yeah. Right. And but yeah, like after dinner they watched the movie, and I mean, I was, I think, more disturbed by his movie than I was the entire scene that plays out after that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is cool, a couple on a picnic, you know, everything seems to be going nice and well, and then all of a sudden they're taking each other's fingers off and fucking eating them.
Then going at each other, eating each other.
It was very weird. And yeah, May gets turned on by that, and you know, her and Adam start kissing, and then she bites him, and like he said, he does tell her earlier in the movie that he likes weird. He's into weird.
I was about to say something, because I've seen the meme of this, I guess, so many times, and it was like, I think it was like, I like gross, disgust me, please. I have seen that on Twitter so many fucking times. Never knew where it's from, but I know that character because he's in Clueless, which is my favorite non-horror movie. He's the rolling with the homies guy. And so, like, I recognized who he was. I never knew what the movie was. And he's in Wrong Turn. But so as soon as like
Yes.
I was like watching and I saw the scene, I was like, yes, I know what the fucking that meme is from. Finally.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy about that.
Well, there you go. And now you know. I didn't know that this was a whole meme, honestly. Like
it's always just that part. I like gross, disgust me, please.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then it's like viral on Twitter.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so I mean he does say, I mean, but even like as she's like telling that story, like she's like looking away, and I'm like, Adam, buddy,
like,
don't say anything that you don't mean, because like he actually looked pretty disturbed as like she was like telling the story. Like his facial expression, it like cut to him, he would be like eating the sandwich, just kind of like, you know, going about it, and then like I'd say like towards the end of that story,
definitely.
like he was like just sitting there trying to chew his sandwich.
Yeah, you can tell. You can see on his face he's pretty disturbed.
So he was disturbed and disgusted. So,
yeah.
You know, hey, he asked for it. He asked for it, right?
He did, and like she went there. But he did say he liked gross, he liked weird, but obviously not too weird. I feel like he's like one of those guys that are like a guy like emo girls, but then they don't want you to like look emo all the time, you know? It's like only like if it's like you and him, you're emo. But like if it's around like his family, it's like we tone it down. It's like one of those. It's like, no, I'm into it, but not fully into it.
Yeah, not like 100% into it.
No.
Chat, what's going on? What's going on, chat? How we doing? Goodreal says, who has the worst lazy eye, Dwight from Scary Movie 2 or May in May? I'm going to have to go with May. I found May's to be a little... It actually looked kind of weird, like when like we actually saw it. Dwight from Scary Movie 2, Dwight's like the butler, right? Like with the... who the hell
I think so.
I haven't seen that in a long time, but... yeah, I'm going to have to go with May. Robert Long says that it was Anna Faris's last movie that she had black hair for.
That makes sense, because
Scary Movie 3 came out.
Was like 2000 or 2001, and then the second one would have been probably like the next year after that, I think. And then this was shot in 2002, but it wasn't released in the US until 2003.
Yeah, so, and then, because in Scary Movie 3, she has blonde hair. That's when she transitions to blonde.
Yeah.
For Cindy.
Which was also cool to see, just because it was that time period of Scary Movie, and like that was probably Scary Movie was definitely like the first thing I ever saw her in. And so like usually whenever I think of her, I do think of Scary Movie or like The House Bunny, because I fucking love The House Bunny. So it was just cool to see her in this time period. Oh,
wheelchair guy.
That's the guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yes.
Did you ever watch that? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It was kind of weird seeing him. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yep. No, again, I don't know those characters. Like, I know Shorty off the top of my head because that's fucking obviously he's iconic. I know Cindy. You know, I don't know all the characters. Like, I could describe them. I can't like name them. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
5-star, welcome in. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I think 5-star's been on a roll. He has constantly been in here. You know, like he's been here. So, and then he says
gets 5 stars.
He says hi to you as well.
Thank you.
Robert Long asks, I've never seen this movie. Did it have a theater commercial or a TV spot? I just always saw it on DVD. Yeah, no, I haven't. I fucking watched this on streaming, so you know, like I hadn't seen this movie ever. Moser Movie Reviews, what's going on? How we doing?
Hey, Chase. And like this movie did not do well at the box office.
No,
it did not. The budget was 1.7 million, and it made 634,000. So it did not do too hot, but it's now known as like a cult classic, which I would probably agree, because like this is again one of those movies I had never heard of until I joined the horror community, and I was like, oh shit, because have you seen 12-Hour Shift?
No.
That one's a fun movie. You should definitely watch that one. I think it's on Shudder, but the Angela Bettis, I believe is how you say it. She's the one that plays May. She's in 12-Hour Shift, and she's like the main character. It's great. I think it was, I don't know if it was written and directed by, what's her name? Brea Grant. She's in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. She plays one of Laurie's friends with the blonde hair, the really short blonde hair.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. So I think she might have written and directed 12-Hour Shift, or at least I think directed, but I'm pretty sure she wrote it too. But she's like the main star of that movie. It's really good. And I think the same woman also plays Carrie in the 2002 made for TV Carrie movie. I think she plays Carrie. I'm pretty sure. So
interesting.
Yeah, she's been around the horror movies, and like she plays everything I've seen her in. She plays the character so well, and like that's the thing about this movie is like she plays the character so well that it's hard for me to watch, and I think she's fantastic in it. She plays the part perfectly.
She does. She really does. And I mean, I don't think it's really, you know, the movie is meant to disturb you. You know what I mean? Like, I think that it does its job. It does what it's supposed to do. It is very unwatchable at times. And sometimes, you know, you're kind of like sinking in your seat because of the way that certain things are playing out. And honestly, like even the opening shot of like when she was like holding her eye, I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck's going on? Like, I actually thought for a second, I was like, did I accidentally because I was watching this on my phone on the way to Chicago, like, and I thought that I accidentally hit like fast forward or something like that. I was like,
freaking
wait.
too. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, hold on, did I fast forward something? Am I missing anything? So, but that all kind of comes back.
Which honestly, I don't really like when movies do that. You have to do it like really well for me to like X does that, and I love the way it plays out in X. I thought that was great. But then let's say, you know, the Pet Sematary remake, it does the same thing. Hated it. I hate the way it starts off at the end and then you watch it completely wrap around. So I thank you for doing it, which honestly though I did forget about like that opening until the end. I was like, oh my god, oh no, you know what, you know something's about to happen with her eye.
I was more like waiting to see like how that was gonna come back in. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the one thing I don't like is, you know, I was like trying to, like, I guess put together like what was happening, but I was like, why? Like now that I've seen the movie and I see like how it plays out in the end, I'm like, why would you show that in the beginning? You know, like I feel like that would have been like more effective if like it just kind of happened. You know,
definitely, because like that's not even like what we really see at the end. It is, but like that's not the very end of it or anything. So I think they shouldn't have included that. I think they just wanted like a sort of like an opening to like get you hooked. But I like that we start off her as a child. You kind of get the understanding, and then we see her present day, and like because we've seen a little bit in the opening and we see her now, we can put together what happened in those like in between years that we didn't see. And I thought they did that so well. So I wish that wasn't there. I feel like it kind of, it's not needed because like it's not really a horror movie up until, like you said, like 55 minutes. It's not until towards the end, like the last 30 minutes or so, that like here's the horror. Everything else has just been more like uncomfortable. There's been like a little blood here and there, but it's not like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as soon as I saw fucking Susie for the first time, I was like, this is I'm like, see, like, I'm not gonna, and I honestly appreciate it. I thought it was just gonna be like another generic creepy doll movie. That's honestly kind of like what I thought at first. And going in knowing nothing about it, you see Susie, you're like, okay, so this is just gonna be like another creepy doll movie. It's not. Thankfully, you know, like she truly does, you know, serve, I guess, the doll as a character in the movie. Definitely. She does serve her purpose of, you know, we know when May is talking to her. We can't hear what the doll is saying, but we know, and we put together by May's responses, like, okay, this is the conversation they're having. And I mean, even fucking when Adam leaves, like after that one, like she literally was like, I said to face the goddamn wall. Like, you know, and
Yes.
Adam's just kind of like staying out there. He's like, who the fuck is she yelling
Literally.
at? Just walks away. Like, you know, so I do think that the doll does serve in its own right, its own character in the movie. And then, you know, when Susie breaks, because she starts to, you know, like volunteer at a school, like, you know, she sees like that these kids are blind, and she, you know, she wants to be a good person. You know what I mean? And then like she starts doing this, she brings Susie to school, all of these kids try and touch her, and you know, Susie breaks, and it devastates her, you know, like it's I don't know what more I can say about it. Like she gets devastated.
Yeah, because like that happens, and like I know I think she tries to go back to Adams, or like go to Adams, and I think that's when he sees like the girlfriend there, because I think they both come outside like on the porch, and so she's upset by that. And then she goes to Polly's house, and Polly's girl she's hooking up with is there, so she sees that. So it's like boom, 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 and then she's out doing something, and then she meets this guy. They talk about like getting candy, and then they're at her apartment. Also, Polly gave May a cat because she needed it to like for it to go stay somewhere because of her landlord. And then May kills the cat. I don't think it was necessarily. Doesn't she like throw something and it hits it, or like?
Yeah, she picks up
The
it's like some sort of like
ashtray, the ceramic.
like, yeah, the ashtray. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, she picks it up and she throws it at the cat because she's so upset that at that point she feels like so alone. Like, you know, when the cat wouldn't listen to her and it like hissed at her, she just fucking picked it up and whipped it and killed the cat on impact, you know.
Yeah. So kills the cat, and then she has the cat in her freezer, and the guy comes over, and like it gets open, like he opens it and sees the dead cat because it's like in a bag, and it's like he's like, what the fuck, like what the hell's going on? And then she stabs him and kills him. And I was like, here we go, here it comes. Then she goes over to Adam's house, or I think before that it's Polly, I can't remember, it might be Adam. She kills Adam. She kills Adam's girlfriend. She kills Polly. She kills the girl Polly was with. So she's killed 5 people now.
Yeah, she does. So she went from having a 0 kill count to a 5 body kill count all in pretty much one day. So,
Literally.
you know, I mean, but also like Susie is now destroyed. Yeah. So I find it very interesting that she dresses up exactly like Susie and then all of a sudden walks out of the house and develops a normal personality. She's talking fine.
She takes on the character.
Yeah. It's honestly, in a way, it's like, holy fuck. Again, like the more I thought about this movie, because like this is like one of those movies like where I was genuinely like kind of like thinking about it. I was sitting down, I was thinking about it after I watched it. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is like what Susie was sounding like, I think, to her. Definitely. When she was talking to Susie, you know, so she adopts Susie's personality and then goes outside and like is talking normal, and nobody catches on to it. Nobody, not even fucking Polly. Like she's like she's like, hello, Polly. You know, like she doesn't sound like hi, Polly. Like, you know, like how May would normally sound, because she's not May anymore. It's fucking Susie. And Susie is the one that is now out there and, you know, killing everybody. And I'm not going to lie, I loved Polly's death. Like, I love like how when she was like, like, but you, like, she's like, you'd never hurt me. And literally cut to the, you know, shot of like her neck, and she just slowly starts like cutting. I was like, oh shit. I was like, God damn. I'm like, yep, don't ever say that. Never say that.
She got it. And then, so she kills all of them. And then it was also interesting, the first guy that she kills that is like back at her house and sees the dead cat, he has like a Frankenstein tattoo, which is interesting because she takes all these body parts that she likes and she creates like a life-size doll, she makes her friend out of all these body parts that she really liked. And then she gets upset because the doll can't see. And so the only logical thing to do at this point is to take out one of your eyeballs and give it to doll, which is Amy. The life-size person doll is Amy. Which, interesting, because it's May, Amy, like, just rearranged a couple letters. You got it. So, which is pretty cool.
I'm like sitting there, I'm like, Amy, huh? Like, oh, okay, interesting.
May.
Mr. Morris, welcome in. First time watching. Welcome.
Thank you.
If you don't know us, my name is Braden, and that's Destiny right there. So welcome in. Glad to have you here.
And said y'all. I like that. I'm a y'all person myself.
I definitely say y'all so much. And I feel like I started doing it more so after you and I started talking a lot more. So
hey y'all.
Yeah, like I'm like, hey y'all, you know what's going on, y'all? Like I even like will text my friends and say y'all. Nobody ever says anything, but it's definitely
it makes me want to like put on a cowboy hat and like tip my hat every time I say it. Hey y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, that the doll at the end of this movie is fucking creepy looking. Like, I mean, the life-size doll. Like, and I'm like sitting here, I'm like, there's no shot it comes to life right now. There's no shot. And it fucking does.
And it like, fucking does with his hand. It like brushes her, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, like I'm just like, there's no way. And I'm like, how? It's like all these different parts, all like it was just so weird.
But I think that can be read two ways. You know, I feel like it could be really alive, which, come on now, like logically, no, it wouldn't.
No.
Or that's just what she is imagining in that moment. Like maybe to her, like that is what's happening. So I feel like it can go either way. Either it was just in her head or it was real, which I think again is pretty cool. Yeah. Like obviously we see it move, but you know, like come on now. Which is just I was talking to Bailey after I watched this because I was like, I'm so upset because one time in high school I wrote a paper about Frankenstein and how it like influenced like modern horror films. I did not do good on it, which is like the one thing that's bugged me so much since high school. Is like I know I should have gotten a better grade because hello, I love horror, and it's just like if I would have saw some of these movies, I think at the time, because like this is definitely like a Frankenstein movie to me. She takes all the parts from different people and builds a different person.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. I didn't even think about that.
And plus the Frankenstein tattoo on his arm. So it's like obviously this is like, I would say influenced at least by Frankenstein. Frankenhooker. Obviously Franken is in the title, but that's another movie that is influenced by Frankenstein. So I watched this movie. I was like, I could have fucking wrote about this movie if I would have saw this at my senior year of high school. Just a little upset.
I got to ask, what did you write about?
I don't fucking know. I got a 70.
Hey, C's get degrees, right?
But that's like my lowest grade I've like gotten in the whole class. I was like, I fucked up. I am disappointed in myself.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, hey, you know what? You passed. That's all that matters. But
I did.
Like, this is like one of those things, like you see this now and I'm sure you're like, dude, if I would have written about this, I would have gotten 100% easily. Like,
yeah, I would have definitely gotten a better grade because I could have found different movies that weren't a part of the Frankenstein universe to talk about. But it's just, I did not know these movies at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I learned
I'm going to rewrite my paper.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, I learned about, you know, just go email your old high school teacher and be like, I finally have my topic.
I understand the assignment now.
I finally, all these years later, understand.
I got it.
Dude,
like,
if I was a teacher and I got a message like that, I mean, I'm friends with like a few of my teachers from like middle school and stuff like that on Facebook or whatnot. So occasionally they'll actually reach out and like see like that I'm working on some of these films. And I talked about horror movies all the time. So literally, like my one teacher, Miss Troutman, now I just call her Julie because I don't have to call her Miss Troutman anymore, you know. But she was part of the Haddonfield Nightmare group page or whatever, and she would occasionally like comment on it, seeing like, I'm so glad you're finally doing stuff like this because you would talk in my class about this all the time. I would talk about it constantly. I told you from like when I saw Freddy versus Jason, I brought what I was watching to school, and I got in trouble in second grade. Like, like my fucking teacher called me out. Like, not by name, but like she's like, somebody in class has brought up Freddy versus Jason, and we should just probably leave that at home and whatever. And I was like, oh, why does it scare you? You're probably just scared. You're probably one of those non-horror lovers.
You're just scared.
Yeah. But yeah, again, I'm pretty sure like everyone in second grade used to think I was going to be like a fucking murderer growing up, because like I loved Halloween. And I mean, it's like we used to throw baller ass Halloween parties, and everyone every year they would always ask, like, Braden, are you doing your Halloween party? Braden, and we did. And we used to, I mean, fuck, our haunted house that we did in our basement was always so awesome, because what my dad and I did is we just built a sheet maze, and we had a fog machine, and we had the black lights, and you had to go down in the basement, and like it would be a maze to like where actors like my dad and his buddies, and like they would dress up as horror creatures, and they would just pop out and like scare everybody, like, and it was just a lot of fun. And I thought that was like honestly such like now in like hindsight, I'm like, that was actually a very effective haunted house, because it's just a fog machine, black lights, and just a sheet maze you have to try and go through, and then you don't know what's gonna fucking pop out. Like I used to think, like, because like then there was like a haunted house in our neighborhood also that they went all out, and like they were actually one of the scariest home haunts in the state of Illinois. It was called Souls of the Forsaken. And there was this guy, he built 7 buildings in his backyard every Halloween. My buddy and I volunteered there for like 4 years, and it was so fun. But yeah, like you would like walk in the back, and it like each room would have a different theme. Like he had a forest room, he had a house room, he had like an asylum room, and then during the last year, the final year they did a mental asylum. It was all a mental asylum in the back, and it was so fucking cool. Like
Really?
it would literally look like a hospital. Like he built all of this. He built it all. Channel 7 News, Channel 2 News. The news would be there every year. Like, I mean, it was featured on so many different things. Like, I'll send you a link to take a look at it, but it was so cool. But in hindsight, I'm like, in a way, ours was kind of effective too, because it was like, it was just scary, and it was fun, and you had to find your way through it, and you'd get lost, and then they wouldn't hold back, basically. But what the fuck were we talking about? Scary. Oh, the teachers. Oh, your high school topic. So we just fucking went in a giant circle.
There's these people that live not too far from me, literally probably like 5 minutes from where I live, and they do like a drive-through like haunted thing. So you can stay in your car and like drive through, and it's like, I've never done it because the line, I can't even, like, at night we would drive past it. I could even look at the line because the lights made me sick to my stomach. Because I swear there was times where there's like at least 50 cars. And like it was like at this curve, and it would be past all the schools. And there's like woods right here, and it's like junior high, high school, a little bit down, elementary. It would be all the way back. It was fucking ridiculous. I would have to like look down and cover my face because like the light just like hitting you every single time made me sick. I've never done it because that line, absolutely not. For something that it's probably not going to be scary. I know it's like a thing that people would take like their kids to, And then they started charging like a lot for it, and I was like, damn. It started out like $10 per car, then it went to $15, then it went to $20. I was just like, what the hell?
What the hell's going on?
But they went out for that. I wanted to volunteer, but I do not stay up late.
Yeah, I mean, like that, like, again, it's stuff like that that really like furthered my love, like, for just horror in general. Like, I mean, fall has always been my favorite season. It's still my favorite season. There's just something about it. I am upset that I'm not going to get to enjoy the Illinois fall this year because I'm moving in September to Arizona. Like, like it's going to be weird. Like, I don't know what it's like in Arizona. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if they have any haunted houses or anything.
The whole fucking state.
Yeah, I know Illinois has like a lot of haunted houses. But either way, the one thing I'm the one thing that I'm looking forward to more is like now I'll be closer to Universal Studios in LA because now I can go to Halloween Horror Nights every year on a driving distance. So, I'm super excited about that. Which they did just announce. They just announced their first haunted house of the year. It's got all three for anybody that's going this year. It's got Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy. It's called Universal Monsters Legends Collide. That's their first haunted house this year. So it's going to have all three of them in one haunted house, which I'm pretty excited about. Nice. I keep looking at these spec maps, dude. Apparently there's something that looks just like one of the scenes from Candyman that they were constructing. So they think Candyman's going to be one of the houses this year as well.
That's fucking cool.
I think that could be a really cool haunted house.
I hate that, like on a map, here's me. Here's the one over here. Here's the one over here. It's like, I'm not close to any of them. I'm fucking here. Pisses me off.
I mean, but you do have like a lot of like, horror conventions and stuff. And I mean, Chicago has like some of them too. I just don't ever go to these conventions. Honestly.
I mean, to be fair, it's one thing that runs the conventions, Like it is just one convention. Anytime I go to one, it's always Houston Film Festival. But they just happen to have like smaller conventions in between the big year ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I'm happy they do that because like I get to experience some more just because besides that, there's nothing really like that around me. Except for like Texas Frightmare, which is like 3 hours away, or the one that they do at the gas station for Texas Chainsaw Massacre in Bishop, which is like 2.5, 3 hours away from me. So.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Wow.
This year, though, because like my mom, we've always wanted to go to Salem for October, but I don't want to get on the plane.
Yeah, you have fun driving that. You could have fun. I mean,
no, like she's like, we could drive. I was like, I don't want to do that either, man. But I think what I want to ask her this year is like, if we could go like in October for like an early birthday present for me, if we could go to the gas station and go to like all the little film places. You can't see the real house. The house is like, I think maybe private property, or that might be the one from the remake. Is like private property. You can't go there. And Texas, you don't want to fuck around with that, Like,
yeah,
you don't want to get shot. So
right.
I mean, I can go to the gas station.
Destiny, I'm shocked. Are you friends with like Steve? Like, do you talk to Steve Merlo or anybody like on Facebook or anything?
I mean, we don't really talk, but like we're friends, but we don't really.
I was gonna say, like, I was like, the Sawyer Massacre was just filming in Texas, like, not that long ago. I honestly thought that I honestly thought that I was gonna see you somewhere, like on that set or something.
That would have been cool.
Like,
the one person that I know that's shooting something in Texas, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, I honestly thought that I know that would have been a cool opportunity for you too. So like, I was like, actually, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything because I don't know, like.
But I'm sure though, where they're filming, I'm sure it still would have been really far from me.
Yeah.
I feel like they shot it like more like upstate Texas, like up. And I live down, so like I'm sure it was still like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought I was gonna see you on that set for sure, but yeah, I thought. I mean, everything looks pretty cool. I mean, for those of you that don't know, Steve Merlo and his team just shot the Sawyer Massacre. Teaser trailer just came out a couple weeks ago now, I think. Looks quite good. I'm not gonna lie. So
it looks really good. From that first, I think it was the first trailer that they released, like a shorter one or something. It captured the vibe. It captured more of an original, which I get it. The 2022 one wasn't trying to be the original. Like, it's not necessarily shot like the original, but this one felt the most at home. You know what I mean? It felt gross. It felt dirty, and it felt fucking hot. which I don't think that was shot in Texas though. I don't think they like came down here to shoot it and go back. Wherever they filmed it, I was like, damn, that looks good. That looks really good.
What?
It looks like
the Sawyer Massacre?
Yeah. Like the first trailer that they released. Because I remember seeing a house and it's white and it's like missing the paint. And I was like, oh my God, that looks like one of my old houses. It's like, yep, it looks like Texas.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a premiere date. It premieres at the end of September. And the premiere is actually going to be in Texas. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No. Do you know where in Texas?
The world premiere. Hold on, I could.
I think it might be like Austin or something. Which again, like 3 hours from me.
I think it is. I'm gonna look on Indiegogo right now.
Because I think Bacon Pew Pew, I believe he's gonna be at that premiere. Because I think he said something about like "see you soon, Texas," and I was like, "What?" And I think that's what it is possibly for.
Yeah, their post production's doing pretty well right now too. So, world premiere tickets. Yeah, world premiere in Austin, Texas.
Austin, yep.
So there will be, yeah, and you can even get a VIP world premiere ticket to be in Austin, Texas, and go see the movie on the big screen. Shit, you should go. It's only like 3 hours. I mean, you can make it a trip, right?
Maybe.
You're
maybe
like,
if I had like a better car.
if I'm feeling it, if I'm feeling like it.
I would like to, just because. Have you ever been to Austin?
I've been through Austin. I've never been to Austin.
Well, I've only been once. And it was really cool. It was really cool. Because it's like the part of Texas, which I obviously have not been everywhere in Texas. But it's really the part of Texas that does not feel like Texas.
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
it's like a mini California, like a mini LA in a way, it's like like that, which it was really cool to go to. I went to this like little, it's called the Museum of Weirdness or like of Weird, and that was really cool. It's like a bunch of weird shit that you would probably see at like a carnival, like weird like little side attraction shit. And then there's like a wax museum part of it, and it had like a bunch of like the Universal monsters, a bunch of like people like that, and you would walk through. It was almost like a tree house in a way. It was like all wooden. It was really fucking cool. So Austin was a lot of fun, and they had so much great food. I ate so much food.
Oh, I love food.
It was amazing.
I know. I literally just, I like to try something new everywhere I go. So it's like,
oh my God, we ate at this chicken place. I cannot remember what it was called. But I ate fried chicken and like mac and cheese. But it was like your typical like Southern style food. But it was so freaking good. And like what was great about Austin is like where I live, you can't really just like walk places. If you're walking places, it looks like you're like probably on drugs. Because like most of the people that are, they're out here like walking around. So like you can't walk places here. But like in Austin, you can walk anywhere really, and that's what we did. And so it was just a lot of fun, just like walk around a city and not like have to like keep getting in your car. So it was just a complete different experience to anything I've ever known in Texas.
Yeah, no. Speaking of Texas, Good Real says need to try Texas style BBQ, one of the 4 big BBQ states. I actually have had Texas style barbecue. When I was in Dallas, we stopped at a barbecue joint, and I forget what it was called, but it was so good. I mean, like it was amazing. It was like the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. So, I mean, it's like Texas is, yes, definitely known as the barbecue. And I remember getting like the ribs, and I just remember it literally just like sliding like right off the fucking bone. I was like, oh
yeah,
it was amazing.
My pawpaw, he makes really good barbecue. Really good barbecue.
Well, I'm going to be coming to one of your summer cookouts here this summer. So
okay,
whenever
tell
it
my
is,
pawpaw.
Yep, just be like, hey, never met this guy in person, but I do a lot of streams with him, so he's coming over, and yeah.
Yep, I really like it there too. He has like a little pond, but that's where my fucking friend Hannah I love her, but I wanted to beat her ass after this. So he had barbed wire fence around the pond, and we're like climbing through it instead of going around to the gate because it's like further away. And I was like, hey, make sure you hold this open wide enough so I can fit through. She does not. It's like stuck on my shorts and it's stuck on my shirt. So I'm like, I'm stuck in barbed wire. And I was like, fuck. I was like, either way, I'm screwed. Like, I am getting cut by this. And so I fucking yanked my leg over. I got a fucking scar right near my crotch. It's like right fucking there because of her. And my mom had to clean it. And I was like, my vagina's out right now in front of my whole family. And she's just like in me, like looking. I was like, get the fuck away from me. It's like, I'm
like, did she get like one of like the little cotton balls and have to like, like poke around? Yeah,
she's like wiping it. And I was like holding myself. I was like,
you're just like looking at everybody, just like,
no, literally, I was like, this is so close. This is so close. This is so close. Yeah. Not the best day, but my pawpaw does make really great barbecue.
Ooh, that sounds amazing. That sounds really good. 5-star. No, I have not spent a summer there in Texas. If anything, I honestly am always just there for like a day or so. I've gone on a few cruises out of Galveston. So I've been to Galveston. And then from Galveston, we flew out of Dallas. So I had to drive from Galveston up to Dallas, which is where I hung out for the day. That's where I got the barbecue, and then we went to the airport and we flew back to Chicago. So,
good luck. It is. I can't wait till July because it's gonna be hot as balls.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it. I'm gonna be in Arizona for the next 2 weeks. I go to Arizona on Monday, and it's fucking literally. Abby tells me every day it's 103 degrees here. Like, and I'm just like, oh boy, nice.
And like. Isn't like Arizona more like dry weather though? Because I've always heard like it's just drier.
It is. And it's honestly, so it could be like 103 and feel like it's like 90,
Yeah, it's like the opposite here. It feels like it will be like 90 or no, it'll be 90, but it feels like 100 because like where I live, it's really humid because I live closer to like, not closer to Galveston, it's still like an hour and a half away, but I live near like the water, and so it's super fucking humid here, and that's what gets you. If it was just like still hot air, fine, but when it's really humid, that's when it fucking sucks. And it is always humid.
It's the same thing here in Chicago. Like, I mean, fucking this past weekend, I mean, even today, like it's like a little cool. Like, but it's been like 90 these last few days, and today it fucking rained, and tomorrow I think it's gonna be like 90 something, so it's gonna be fucking so humid when I walk outside. I'm gonna be like, well, there it is. Yeah, Arizona barely ever rains, man. Like they get rain, but it's like once every fucking 3 months.
You know what's kind of fucking crazy? You live in Chicago. Victoria and Tony lived in Chicago. They moved back to Arizona, and you're moving to Arizona.
Yeah, let's not forget, not only did Victoria and Tony fucking live in Chicago, they lived in my building.
Yeah.
Here. They lived in the same building I'm in right now. That's crazy. And I ran into Victoria and Tony that one day at the gym. Like, it was the first time I ever had people that watched me on YouTube actually come up to me in person. I actually kind of felt like a big deal. I texted my family right after that. I was like, guys, some people actually told me that they watched me on YouTube today at the gym. And there are other people that are involved in the horror community and killer flicks. And, so I thought that it was like really cool that, they came up and said, hi, I was glad they did. But then like one day I'm fucking taking out the trash, and literally I run in, like I see this kid, it was Tony. He was looking at me and he goes, what, you fucking live in our building too? I'm like, no, do you live in my building? Like, I mean, what's going on right now? So
what's happening?
I found it absolutely hilarious that, and I told them I don't know why it didn't like click. I'm pretty sure I told them where I lived and they didn't say anything. Like, I think I was like, yeah, I live here in Lyle, right over here. And they didn't even say anything. I had to figure it out as I was taking out the garbage. Like, I was like, okay.
Hello.
So, yeah, I was like, yo, what's up? But yeah, so now I'm moving over to Arizona. Do you know where they live in Arizona right now?
I always forget. It's like a title. It's like the name is like it's just like a normal word.
I feel like it's got to be like one of like the big ones. Like there's Scottsdale, there's Gilbert, there's Surprise, Chandler. I mean, those are all places around the Phoenix area. Tucson. Yeah.
I think it's near the one you said with an S. I don't think that's it, but I think that's like it's near.
I mean,
there.
I like that's like a big like that's one of like the suburbs around the Phoenix area. So like my parents, they live in Gilbert, and then like Scottsdale and or there's Mesa as well. Mesa's right by Gilbert and Scottsdale, and they're all just kind of like intertwined with each other. That's pretty much where a lot of people are relocating out to right now. So yeah, I actually the first time I was out there, I was hiking with my mom, and we ran into some people that were from Chicago. Just we were like, I stopped and was tying my shoes, and someone said hi, and they stopped with their kids. We got in a conversation with them, and literally, they fucking lived in the neighborhood that we used to live in. Like,
That's
what
weird.
are the odds that like we run into somebody that's just out there from Chicago, just like hiking, and they lived right by the neighborhood that we used to live in.
Yeah, there's this girl that I follow on Instagram, Nightmare Christie, and I was watching a live stream because they have like the Nightmare Toys store in Las Vegas, and I was watching like her stream on that channel, and I always thought she sounded country. She has a country accent, but she lives in like Vegas, and I was like, do Vegas people have country accents? And then until today, I was talking about because they went to Texas Frightmare, but I was like, oh, y'all should come to Houston Horror Film Festival, because like I wasn't able to go there, but I would like to meet them. And she was like, I would love to go back to Houston. I actually used to live in Tomball, and Tomball is like 35 minutes away from me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, that explains the accent. Because I always thought it sounded like a Texas accent. But she lived close to where like I live. And I was like, holy shit. That's kind of fucking crazy.
It's honestly insane. Like, so I could tell anybody, like right now, I know that where I plan on traveling this year, I plan on being at Houston Horror Film Festival in July. I plan on going to Halloween Horror Nights in October, and everything else is just kind of up in the air right now. I don't know. Like this year, I'm just like, I guess, trying to find out what events are what, so I can like, I guess, make an itinerary for next year to maybe start popping up at some of these things. But yeah, Houston Horror Film Fest and Halloween Horror Nights are pretty much my only two right now. This year, I think I might be going to both of them. I don't know, because I have a season pass to Universal, to the Orlando one, and that's good until October. So I'll just have to buy my Horror Nights tickets and a fucking flight, which is going to be expensive in general.
Yeah.
But and then I might go. I know I'm going to the LA one for sure in October. But my sister is trying. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That means that when you move to Arizona, you can go to the convention that's in California, because it wouldn't probably be. It's like driving distance, I think Tony and Victoria are going to. I can't remember what it's called, but you can go to that convention because it probably won't be too far.
No, I mean, like LA, from where like Riley and I drove out to LA, and then we drove down to set in November for My Special Boy. And it took us, I think, 5.5 hours to get there driving wise. It was such an easy drive. Like we literally got coffee at Dutch Bros, and we were on the road, and we just like, we stopped halfway during the night. Like we stopped at a hotel halfway, and then we finished, like we got up in the morning bright and early, beat traffic, and went right into LA. And then that was when I was reminded, literally I was driving into LA, and it hit me. It fucking hit me in the fucking back of the head. It was like, dude, you're in fucking LA. Pasadena's not that far from here.
Yep.
Where the fuck's the Myers house? I was like, Riley, we're going to see the Myers house.
Riley?
Yeah. And she was like, oh, is that around here? I was like, yeah, it's around here. She goes like, is it the actual house from the movie? I'm like, it's the actual house from the movie. The actual one. But they did move it. They did move it, but it is the actual house. She was like, how did they move a house? I'm like, I don't give a fuck how they moved it. All I know is that it's somewhere to be seen and we need to go see it.
Do you know like the story about that house? Do you know the story about that house?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, like they are going to like
house. It's a spook house. It's a spook house.
I think they were planning on like tearing it down, and then the person that I'm pretty sure it's the person that probably still owns it now realized what house it was and was like, hey, like if y'all just give me like a week or two, like I can have this moved somewhere. And he bought it for $1. $1. And he paid for it to be moved, and now it's where it's at.
Oh my gosh.
How fucking like bless this person
that
realized what house this was, or else we wouldn't have the house. There's like that one in North Carolina that the person built to look exactly like the Myers house, and he has like little meet and greets there and like movie showings, which I would love to go to one day because that's fucking awesome. Like a lot of people will go. I want to go there, and I want to go to the real house, of course.
Yeah, you want to know what's funny? I feel like part of my horror side is like laying off on Abby right now because like she hates it and she'll say constantly that she fucking hates it. But then all of a sudden I'll get like a link from her and I'll open it and it'll be something horror related. Like she sent me like the North Carolina Michael Myers house and she goes like, oh my God, like this is like right up your alley. We should go. I'm like, we? Meaning you actually want to go? Like, I mean, because like I'm first of all, I'm trying to get her to do horror nights this year. I'm trying so hard to get her to do horror nights. She says that she's going. I sent her the first teaser of that haunted house that's coming this year. She says it. She's like, I don't know if I really know what I'm getting myself into. I'm like, well, it's the nation's premier Halloween event, so you know, like there's that. I mean, yeah, like I think, but part of me I feel like is laying off on her, but also like she's like, I don't know why she does it to herself, but like she like had to like move like her drying rack in her apartment, and she like has to be able to see her front door from her room each night, and she just lays in bed fucking paranoid like that someone is like she's gonna see a shadow outside of the house or whatever. And I'm like, well, why do you do that to yourself, babe? Like, why do you do this to yourself? Like, but like I think that again, like I have like an itinerary of stuff to kind of like ease it into her, you know. Like
what you need to do is start off with movies like the Monster Squad. Have you seen the Monster Squad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like the Monster Squad, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Poltergeist, those sort of, you know, those sort of movies, ones that are more lighthearted but still like gateway horror. That's what she needs is gateway horror. So you have to kind of ease her into it, but it's not scary.
I mean, I think that even because she does want to be a part, since I'm going to be in Arizona. I mean, like, normally my sister would just be the one to come with me, but since I'm going to be there, she actually wants to be a part of, like, going to see Halloween Ends and stuff like that in theaters. And she's never seen a Halloween movie. So, I mean, like, I even feel like the first Halloween, I'd even say Halloween 2018 is an okay introduction to the gory side of things, because I mean, Halloween 1978 is not gory at all. Halloween 2018 is like a step up. And I mean, like I told her, I'm like, hey, at least these filmmakers, like they're not going to make you watch an entire franchise. You just have to watch the first movie, and then you just need to watch Halloween and Halloween Kills to kind of understand like the basis of, you know, what's going on. Now, you know, I just did a Silver Shamrock theory video on my channel earlier talking about like if for whatever reason, Silver Shamrock gets brought into Halloween Ends and there are more Easter eggs to that. And so then she might kind of be like, well, what's the big deal with Silver? I'm like, then there's a whole story, you know, but like, at least right now, the foundation of like this story and where these filmmakers are going, I'd say that these movies probably are, I guess, an okay way. I just really wanted to watch Halloween. I mean, it's my favorite horror movie ever. So
yeah, my boyfriend's mom has never seen Jaws because she loves the ocean and she's scared it's gonna like scare her. But my mom has like a pool. It's an above ground pool, but it's a pretty decent size. And what I want to do is take my projector and my screen to my mom's and like hang it up on the fence, and then while we're swimming we can watch Jaws.
Oh, that's cool.
I want to do that. So
kind of like that one lake does it or whatever. Like they get the blow up projector.
Which is in Texas.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I would love to do that. That would be so
Me too.
fun.
I'd be kind of scared though.
So would I. I'd be like something like a fucking leaf would like touch my butt, and I'd be like, I'd be like something's under me.
No, literally. That's why like I would love to just, if someone had like a really big, like the Strangers Pray at Night pool, they did showings of the Strangers Pray at Night at that pool where they filmed that scene. I would love to do that, and then like have Jaws playing while you're swimming in like a big pool, so you don't have to be in a fucking big pond.
Mm-hmm.
I would much prefer that, so it's not just like,
yeah,
gross water.
Yeah, I mean, anything for movie nights, man. I'm all in for going all out about it. I mean, you should make your way out to the My Special Boy premiere and see it in the theater later on this year. You should. Chad's in here. I'm gonna see what he says to that.
I'll start walking now.
Start walking now. I wonder what the distance is from there to. I think we're doing it in Arroyo Grande, California, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder what the distance would be from where are you at, Splendora, Texas?
Why would you say where I am?
Why? I said where I was. Nobody's.
I don't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I live in a small town.
Oh, so
I live in a huge town.
You could have just you live in a huge town. You're in Dallas, right?
Houston.
You're in Houston.
Film festival.
Yep, you're in Houston. That's right.
Second stream in a row where something goes wrong.
What do you mean? What went wrong?
Last week was my crotch.
Okay, that was a bigger issue than anything.
Is it though?
I think so.
Now people are one step closer to fighting me so they can kill me. See, that's my thought process.
Oh my gosh!
Is now someone's gonna dox me.
I will go in and I will edit. I will go in and edit it out once we're done streaming.
You didn't edit out my crotch shot though.
I mean, I can. I thought it was funny. Like it's not a crotch shot. If you did not have your shorts on, it would have been 1,000% right there.
My vagina.
Yeah, it would have been. But you have like black shorts on. It's like
they were red.
Okay, whatever. I thought they were black.
It was a shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to send a picture to my friend. She's like, you can't even tell. I was like, well, if you watch it in context, you can tell. You could see exactly what happens. But like the one screenshot I sent you, you maybe can't tell. I was like, the rest of it, you can definitely see it. That's why Elvira jumped up here earlier. I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, you're like, get down.
Down. Literally, I was like, get down. You're not doing this to me again.
Not doing it. Not doing it again.
Broke this.
What'd you break? What? Why? See, that's the thing that went wrong.
That's what went wrong.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn it. It's all right. Yeah, it's broken. Whatever.
Man. All right, people. We've been streaming for about an hour 18. It's a little bit longer than we've done these last few weeks. So, anything else that they want to discuss right now? Anything that we want to hear or anything? Bat Super. Is it only me, or does anyone else hope they do Halloween No Way Home with 3 Michaels? Oh my god.
That would be no. I would not want that. But
the multiverse
really
of Michaels. Crazy. The multiverse of Michaels.
That'd be pretty crazy.
That would be, right?
If there's some way they could actually do that, that would be pretty cool.
Did you see it? They have like something crowdfunding right now on Indiegogo called the Big 3, and they're doing like it's a Michael, Jason, and Leatherface crossover, like where they all like I guess fight one another.
I did not.
I don't know.
Interesting.
That is pretty interesting, you know.
Yeah. Like, as a kid, I never understood why they couldn't just make these movies, but then I realized, like, rights were a thing. I did not know that as a child, and I was like, oh, man, they should just make a bunch of these, but, you know, it doesn't always work out that way.
Right. 5-star. Have either of you two actually seen the Myers house? I have not. Yeah, I was actually there that was my profile picture on Facebook up until I fucking started doing that whole new profile pic thing. And I know, right? So dumb. But what do you call it? Yeah, I've been there. I was there in November. So it was really cool. I dragged my sister along because she dragged me to see some of her podcasters that we waited fucking 8. That's actually the day I pitched Destiny the Fear Freaks idea. I was like in line. It was like 7:00 in LA's time. I'm like, dude, we're still not like getting into this, but I have an idea I want to run by you. I'm pretty sure you were toasted out of your mind too. I think you were drunk. Like, when I was
we were watching Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you call it? Yeah, I texted Destiny. I was like, yo, I'm thinking about starting a horror podcast, wondering if you want to be my host. And, she texted back quicker than I thought, which is how I knew she was like drunk or something.
It was immedially. As a notification, click.
And you were like, yep.
No, I think, yeah, literally, I was like, yes.
I was like, well, that was easy, I didn't have to run down this like whole concept like with her or anything. And then we were pretty quick with it. I think throughout the week just developed like the logo. I sent it to you and you're like, okay, I approve. I think I sent you a red one at first. Our initial colors I think were going to be red.
It was red. Yeah, I was like, no, purple.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm happy with the purple. So
I like the purple. Yeah. Red I felt like was just too like bright, Mm-hmm. I like the purple. It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's like calm.
I like the hoodies that we have. Like I like just like I like purple on like black, like the black and purple stuff. I just think that it's like kind of cool. So
Me too.
Yeah.
I do like red and black, but I don't know. I feel like everything's like red and black.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff, like a lot of my like shirts are like red and black.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yeah, like red, blood, horror, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, right. Even like our like purple like background right here. I just kind of like the purple vibe that we got going.
Yes.
That's just me. But yeah, guys, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We talked a little about May earlier, just kind of hung out on the back end of the stream, but, thank you guys all for being here and for continuously supporting the show. I've seen nothing, honestly, but great feedback on the show. So, I'll occasionally get messages from people, on Facebook, and they'll be like, specifically enjoy Fear Freaks on your channel. I was like,
you know cool. Why?
It's because of you. Don't even stop. Don't even start. Don't start
either. Don't
yep. I know I said that. Don't stop. Keep going.
Stop.
Keep hyping yourself up. Everyone hype Destiny up, right now. Oh, everyone do it.
See, I'm kidding. Let me be everyone, that was a joke.
No, she's not kidding, guys. She actually literally texted me the other day and actually told me that I'm the worst part of the show. So,
I did not do that. I did not do that.
She's like, Braden, you fucking suck. I need you to pick it up a little bit, okay? Like,
Braden, your energy has just like really been off these last few episodes, so lift it.
I always do try, like, because sometimes like I will be like I'll be having a day, I'll be busy and like I'll want to do a video, I'll like want to get something out, and like it's just when the camera turns on, I feel like just have that energy, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, what's up, guys? How we doing? Are you guys ready to talk about Halloween? Like,
yeah, I feel that because there's especially when I first started doing this, and I still like sometimes even still whenever I do it, like I feel like my voice is pretty much like, there's not like I don't really do that. I pretty much talk like straight, and I feel like I sound like I'm bored, or like I feel like I sound like I'm not having a good time. like that's never it. But then I get self-conscious about that because I'm like, people are gonna think like I don't want to do this because of the way I sound, but that's just my voice. And like I don't smile a lot, like day to day. Like I don't really smile that much. Like if you see me, I'm just, and so I try to come on here and like lift myself up a little bit because I'm pretty much down all day. I'm just.
You're like, hi, what can I get started for you?
No, come on. My customer service voice is like, hold on.
That's how you start it? Like, customer comes up.
And I'm just like, what do I say? Oh, like, Sonic, can I take your order? Anything else? What else can I get for you?
Here.
That's how I talk.
I'm gonna be a customer. What's your what's like your number one like burger that's on or that you guys have right now?
Probably like the number one burger. I feel like that's just your most common burger.
That's what it's called? Just number
like,
one burger?
The number one Sonic cheeseburger.
It's number one Sonic. Okay. So do you guys like have like little headsets on that?
No,
you guys
we use
can,
buttons. So I would start off. It's like this ringing noise, and it's like really fucking loud and annoying because it's supposed to be. Because like for me, as soon as that goes off, I want to answer because I don't like the noise. I hate noise. So it's just like, Sonic, can I take your order?
Yeah, hi. Can I get a number one, please, with mozzarella sticks?
Oh.
And can I also get what kind of slushies you got right now?
Dude, you would piss me off. You would really piss me off. Look, here's how you should do it.
I'm just trying to be I'm trying to be that annoying
I
customer.
can tell.
That, like,
when people are like, I'm just like, come on.
It does help when you know what you want. Like I'm the same way at Starbucks. Like there are some people like that will come through our drive-through. Literally, that it'll go like we have like the headsets on, so like I'll hear the ding, and like it'll just be like, "Hi, what can I get started for you? Can I have a minute, please?" And then I'll just sit there. I'll be waiting. And normally I'm on bar, so I'll be like, you know, waiting to also be starting to prepare the drinks and everything. And then they'll start speaking. And I hate when a car full of fucking people get an entire order of Frappuccinos. Listen to me, chat. If you are somebody that orders a car full of Frappuccinos right now, I mean no disrespect towards you, but kindly fuck off. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like a whole car of Fraps.
So like at our store, a lot of Sonics have like drive-throughs, but we also have a bunch of stalls. And like I know that Sonic you went inside. We don't do that. We have a patio where people can walk on and like sit down. We have stalls, and then we have a drive-through. When people go through the drive-through, and then you say, Sonic, can I take your order? And they're like, can I have a second? Sure. We have 20 stalls, but of course you can. Yes.
You're like, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite people are those that come in and get the iced chai tea lattes, because it's literally all it is just like, if it's a venti, 6 pumps of chai and just cold milk and ice, and that's it. Have a great day. Or people that just walk in and just get like black coffee. I mean, even if people get coffee with like cream and sugar in it, you know, it's just like, all right, thing of cream, you put a packet of sugar in, fill it, lid it, hand off, they're out the fucking door. You know, it's those people that get those really complicated beverages that just like have the audacity to order it in the drive-thru and then fucking park, come in and be like, my drink's wrong. Somebody needs to remake this. Don't order the most complicated thing on the fucking menu. I don't know what to
and
tell
like when you order stuff like that, like you have to expect like it's probably not going to taste the same every single time because different people make them.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I think I've perfected, like I've worked at every part of every day now. So like I've worked the mornings, I've worked the afternoons, and I've worked the evenings. I mostly work nights. But yeah, like, I mean, it's like, I think that I now know, but I have made some, you know, drinks where people like have come back in and they're like, this isn't made right. Like, I'm sorry, I can't just go off of like I have to ask sometimes, like, whoever took the order what this means. And it infuriates me. I'm like, where did you see this drink?
Literally, what TikTok did you watch for this? Oh,
I
the
mean,
new thing, a new like trend on TikTok was like Sonic drinks, and everyone has been getting. Well, it kind of died down now, but for a good like 2 weeks, a lot of people were getting this: a water with blue raspberry, strawberry, and lemon. It was not good. We tried it.
That's at Sonic?
Yeah, because like you can get any flavor in like any drink you want.
Would that be like ordering like a custom iced tea or something like that? Because like if like at Starbucks, like normally people try to order a water and get away with like putting like matcha and like something else in it. But anytime you do that, like we have a button like where it's like a custom iced tea, and like they have the audacity at the window to be like, I thought it was water. I thought it was free. Yeah, it was water until you decided to put stuff in it.
And now it's not. No, like with it, like, so someone got that, like the water is like 60, a large water is like 65 cents. And then like the strawberries are 40 cents, the lemons are 40 cents, blue raspberries like 25 cents. So it's just like added. You take whatever drink, like a Dr. Pepper, and you add the cherry vanilla. So it doesn't do like, it's just, we don't have anything like that. It's the Dr. Pepper, hit the buttons for it. That's about it. With like any drink that we have. We have pickle fries right now.
You have
They're
what?
pretty good. Pickle fries.
Ooh. I don't go to Sonic all that much, but I mean, honestly, the few times I have gone to Sonic, I've actually enjoyed the food. You know, like I
think it's good food. Like I'm tired of it, and like I don't eat a lot of it because I don't eat like meat, so I don't eat a lot of stuff there. But I think Sonic has pretty good food.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's your classic American sort of style food, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, like I mean, again, I didn't complain or anything like that. When I was there, I was like, this burger's good, the fries are good. You know, like honestly, one thing I do that think is I truly think it's fucking overrated in Arizona and in fucking California is, I'm sorry for you In-N-Out fans, but In-N-Out Burger is fully overrated. Their fries are absolutely garbage. Their burgers are good, but their fries are god awful. I will take Whataburger any day because they've got great burgers and great fries. So I'm team Whataburger. That's like my favorite burger joint, like, you know, that you can go to on the West Coast.
Yeah. Whataburger is good. I used to really like it, and I love their fries, and their cinnamon rolls are so good, and their spicy ketchup is so good. Even their chicken chips, I used to get those a lot, like the little chicken basket they had. I love Five Guys.
Ooh, Five Guys
is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. Their burgers are good, and then they have like it's like called like it's like just like onions and like bell pepper. It's like some vegetables that are like sauteed, and it's like they make it as if it's like a burger, and that's what I'll get because that's like pretty much all I can eat from there. But even that is still really fucking good. And you can still like add whatever other vegetables you want to it, and their Cajun fries are delicious.
Wow.
Delicious.
That sounds really... Now I'm getting hungry again, god damn it.
I know, I am too, and I already ate my freaking food.
Gelford's dog says, my sister worked at Sonic in high school, and on her first day, she skated out and spilled a guy's order all over him and his truck. He felt so bad for her, he gave her $100 tip. No lie. Oh my gosh. $100 tip. That's awesome.
There has been, like, I have a customer, which I don't really see him that much anymore because he usually would come at night, and now I work mornings.
Sorry, Brett.
Huh?
I was saying sorry, Brett, man. I think that I think that was to my Frappuccino comment.
Or maybe the girl In-N-Out thing. But this guy was so great. He tipped me like $20 because like I remember he always got a Route 44 unsweet tea. That's the only thing he would get. And I car up to him, and it was a sweet tea, and I was like, hey, you always get unsweet. Was it supposed to be an unsweet tea? And he was like, yeah. And so, like, since then, I think he liked me because, like, I remembered his order. And so he would tip me, like, $20, $50, $100 for my birthday. One of my birthdays, he gave me $100. For Christmas, he gave me, like, a $100 gift card, like a Walmart gift card. So I just, like, bought a bunch of shit for myself. He's great. There
Wow.
are some really nice customers. There's another couple. They get all the like car hops presents every year. Like they always give me like a little gift. Like every girl gets a gift from them. So there are some really nice people, which they outweigh the bad. It's just there's not that many of like the really nice customers. Because like it's just so frustrating, especially like car hops. Usually they rely on tips. Like when you're car hopping, you basically make like a waitress wage. Your money comes from your tips, and then obviously there's people that think like they shouldn't tip, and it kind of sucks because it's just like I have to pay my bills, but all right, whatever.
Like, okay, all right.
I just have to survive. But okay,
we all have to survive.
But
dude, my sister fucking does that face all the goddamn time. Like she literally goes, she goes, like she'll like turn her head and just do that.
But I mean, if you go to Sonic and if you can't tip, no, here's my thing: if you go to Sonic, or if you go anywhere where the person relies on tips, come on, I think you should tip. But like, at least be fucking nice. I hated going to someone that was rude to me and then didn't tip, and I was just like, I'll go fuck myself.
You're like, all right, I'm gonna fuck off now. Thanks.
No, literally. I'm just like, okay, well, deal with the next guy.
Yeah.
Customer service, man.
I know, right? Freaking fun shit.
Something new every day.
Hey, thank you guys all for the great comments earlier. Destiny, I will say there's one thing I wanted to tell you earlier. I remember you and I had a conversation back, when like we started this, like it was like only 3 episodes in, and you were saying that you like kind of like felt like you weren't contributing enough or anything. I mean, I got to say, like, you've really, contributed so much throughout the show. I feel like it was like even like right after that, you were a lot too. So I don't understand like why you felt that way. But
I get really self-conscious.
Yeah, but either way, like and everyone here, says I'm not a simp, Braden all the way. But then just kidding, Destiny's great. And then they also said, hold on. You two are awesome together. That's just my 2 cents. Thank you so much, 5-star. Appreciate that. And then Gelford's dog says, you guys have the kind of chemistry we hope for in actors. What?
Well, you've just been pranked because this has been an act the whole time.
Exactly.
We hate each other.
You act like we act like we like each other. You should see our messages together. It's like it's worse than the Depp Heard trial right now. Like, I mean, it's
shut the fuck up.
I'm kidding.
You're dumb. I'm sorry.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you just say?
I said you're dumb.
I know.
Not all the time.
It's okay. I do say some pretty damn stupid shit. I'm not gonna that was pretty fucking stupid, right? I've honestly just been watching that. It's been all over my TikTok, so I've just been keeping an eye on it.
There's a girl that at work, she'll watch the trial at work.
I mean, I'm mostly just like watching the clips because like I literally was like watching it earlier, like just taking a break from work this afternoon. And I was laying on my couch and I literally was like fucking falling asleep just listening to the whole thing actually kind of like play out. But the clips, like the action clips that I always miss when they're live, I'm glad that people are like, posting them on TikTok because like that's kind of like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing all of like the highlights. I'm seeing what I need to see to kind of give my 2 cents as to who the fuck's going to win this. And I'm sorry, it's going to be Johnny Depp. So, I think we're going to see next week. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for, again, your constant support of the show. Thank you guys for being here each and every week for each and every episode, even if it's not the most exciting topic. I know May is kind of like, it's got a cult following. It's a cult classic right now. But seriously, you guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are the reason that we come back each week. The show is growing. I'm looking at the view count each week and everything. So even if you guys are watching in the future, hope you guys are enjoying it. Keep checking back for more episodes. Next week is Jurassic Park 3, right? We're on JP 3. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be another first time watch for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm honestly curious to hear your thoughts on it because I mean, I find JP3 to be a pretty fun movie. You know, this is the first Jurassic Park I saw in theaters. I fucking love it. So, you know, it's got the Spinosaurus, which I love. So I can't wait to talk about that. Still working on trying to find that very special video. I will be with my mom next week, so I'm going to try and see if we can go somewhere and get it. You know, like there's one you should see. It's one, and I know my dad loves it to death because I know my dad has it somewhere. I'll probably talk to him too because it's of me on Christmas morning waking up. I open up the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park 3, and I had a lisp. So I used to have a lisp. So I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, hey," like, you know, and I like fucking run around my couch. I jumped from couch to couch. I was so excited to open this T-Rex on Christmas morning. It's a fucking mini me just jumping around the couch. Oh man.
Amazing.
So yeah, and that was around the time Jurassic Park 3 came out. So like it is the movie that really kind of got me into Jurassic Park, you know, and seeing it in theaters. So yeah, stay tuned for next week for Jurassic Park 3. And stay tuned for more videos that just come out during the week. Anytime news, you know, comes out. And be sure to go subscribe to the Final Ghouls guys. They have their official YouTube channel now. Hey, how was your guys' first stream, by the way?
We had technical difficulties.
What'd you guys use?
We used StreamYard, but like Victoria was frozen at some points. Winter was frozen at some points. I couldn't hear, which is weird because like we got on here and I can hear you perfectly fine, but like I couldn't hear any of them. It wasn't even just like one person. I couldn't like. It sounded like they're talking like this, so I kept having to like put my face to my phone.
You're like, huh?
No, literally, I was just like the whole time. But then finally, like I went out, got back in, and then I could hear better. I still couldn't hear like perfectly, but it fixed it a little bit. So it went well. Besides the malfunctions.
Well, that's good. That's good. Good Real here says the Final Ghouls are gonna get beat on the 666. When is that, by the way? I want to tune into that.
They just hit 666 today.
I did see that.
So they're gonna.
Congrats to Good Real. Congrats,
yes,
guys.
Congrats. They're gonna. I think Brett said they're gonna talk about it this weekend and figure it out, and we'll see who's gonna beat who, because Brett throws out some fucking crazy answers sometimes, and Gabe, Flopbuster, which is Gabe and then Tony's channel, and then Victoria's on there sometimes, and she helps like run their stuff for them.
Y'all need a moderator. I can get the questions and moderate it.
I know, Brett. Do we need a moderator? I'm sure we're gonna have to have one, obviously.
Do y'all need a moderator? If you guys do, let me know a day and I can see if I'm open.
Well, Gabe I can't remember what the question was, but Gabe said American Psycho 2005. And so he threw out a fucking crazy answer. I was like, that's a Brett answer right there. So we're going to see who beats who. I feel like Mia's our fucking underdog. Because the last trivia stream, when she's on the opposing team for me, she was doing really well. She got a lot of the ones that I feel like people did not get. Like, there's times she was the only one. So,
wow.
We're going to see.
Yeah, we will. We will see.
I'm going to watch every movie before that stream so I know everything. Every horror movie.
Good Real says, if that's going to get Braden on the channel, then yes. Always ducking me, man. I'm not always ducking you, man. We got to work something out. Huh?
Quack, quack.
Yeah, we got to work something out. I want to get on the channel, man. I love being a guest on other people's channels. You know, I love doing it. The only person I think the only person I ever gave shit on their channel was you, Destiny. But yeah, we could definitely set that up. So, yeah, guys, thank you again so much as always for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. And as always, don't forget to join this channel on its journey to 10,000 subscribers. And we will see you guys next week on Fear Freaks. Bye now, guys. Have a great rest of your week.